Welcome to It's the Muppet Show podcast. I'm Heather.
I'm Jason.
Today we're watching season 1, episode 3 with our very special guest star, Joel Grey. Originally airing on October 16th, 1976 in the U.S.
It had a September 5th, 1976 UK release.
Yep.
So this is the first Disney Plus episode with the inappropriate content warning.
Mm-hmm. Is this the first warning we've seen at all, or did we have the tobacco one?
I don't think we've had
any. This is the first one.
This is the first one. So yeah, when Disney Plus released these, they added a little bumper for it. Creates conversation, you know. So that's perfect.
I like that these stereotypes were wrong then and they are wrong now. just really cut and dry.
Right, and you know, sometimes it's not exactly obvious what the issue was in the episode, but this one it's
very clear. Yeah,
pretty clear. Let's get to Joel.
Absolutely. Yep. So Joel Grey, of these early episodes, is like hands down one of my favorites.
It's a good one. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, he doesn't have a huge performance history. I mean, he was okay. So his most known character was from Cabaret. He was the MC in the Liza Minnelli movie and also on stage. That MC is like classic. He is just like really bent. It's a weird dude.
Definitely. I mean, it's right up my alley. I'm embarrassed to say. I really only know of it from Schitt's Creek.
And that is a perfectly fine way.
Patrick does a brilliant performance of it. But both, you know, rewatching this episode and that Schitt's Creek episode is definitely moved Cabaret up on my watch list.
And personal opinion again, I think the choreography in Schitt's Creek is better than the Liza Minnelli one.
Coming in here,
yeah.
So.
And Patrick did a great job. I mean, it's definitely more like a feel-good MC than Joel Grey's like very ethereal, gnomish psycho.
I've seen some stills.
Not gnomish, elfish.
All right, let's stay on track though.
Okay. So we will talk about Schitt's Creek for a while. So I always like to look at what's possibly bringing them to London at this time. And so he did Cabaret in 1972, so that was a little bit earlier. He was in a production of Good Time Charlie in 1975 that may have done a London showing that brought him over there. He was Tony nominated for that.
Yeah. Just getting to that, he has an Academy Award, a Tony Award, 2 Grammys, and a Golden Globe.
What is that called? The Ascot or something? The Ascot.
EGOT.
The Ascot?
He's got an ascot.
He probably does.
Yeah. He's also, Jennifer Grey's dad.
Which is pretty rad. Yep. I completely forgot about that when I was looking into him. Yeah, so he definitely comes off as like your classic gay Broadway player, but he has, even at that time, he had a wife and a bunch of kids.
Yep.
So don't believe the stereotypes.
Also notable for this episode, it's one of the only episodes withstanding the original pilot that Jane Henson is actually credited as a puppeteer on. She didn't really do too much once the Muppets got into full swing.
Nice.
I guess we should just start the episode.
Yeah, I'm getting it going through the
all right, awesome.
Credits.
Okay, so this particular intro, it's the only time it has an additional verse to it.
Is it about the guest star or yeah?
All right.
Yeah,
so
that's some
Joel,
glitter.
The top hat, he's looking good.
That classic kaleidoscope. Yeah, this is like clipping. It's not just the like snuggle with the guest star thing that they do.
Yeah,
it's
they put little clips of the show in it.
I wonder if they just damaged the film from the Muppet Snuggle and they had to do something else.
They were still kind of working it out. I don't think we mentioned that this was the first episode to air in the United Kingdom.
This was the first episode. They went strong in the UK.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
It's still the same opening here, and Gonzo misses the O. He swings and a miss there.
Swing and a miss. And they go right into the comedy tonight. scene, which is weird and doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand why they're singing this song as they're doing all this stuff.
Well, it's kind of oh, you mean like what's going on in the background?
Yeah. What's going on in the entire thing? They're just like beating up on each other.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with the Sondheim. A funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, which is the
True.
1962 Broadway play and 1966 film that this song was taken from. Man, jeez.
It's just a parade of monsters. Like, this is just a weird parade of monsters.
Kind of like the black lit set.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're clubbing each other. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all trying to kill each other.
So some of these guys are frackles. That's what those...
Oh, the long nose things?
Yeah, and the the fanged ones. Not fraggles, mind you.
Frackles.
I don't want to blow my mic out, but frackles.
Yeah, we've got burglars.
Yep.
We've got monsters. We've got Crazy Harry.
Crazy
who's
Harry's
one of my
blowing the place up.
favorites.
That's Mary Louise is a
Being chased.
Yep. And a weird little clown. I'm not.
I like
it's
the
an odd-
depth in this one because they're like
It's a
ducking
beautiful
down
set.
the alley into these little
Oh my God, there's gunplay.
crevices, and it reminds me. When we were watching this before, like it's one of the things that really reminds me of the big sets that they built for like the Christmas Carol when the Muppets did the Christmas Carol.
Right,
It reminds me of that where it's this like stacked set that's really forcing the perspective.
Yeah, the sets are beautiful for sure. So the backstage bit on this one, Fozzie has a new act, and it's jokes on any subject. And basically, you say a word or a phrase, he's gonna try to turn it into a joke.
Yep, and it drives everyone crazy.
It's a little unbearable.
Yep, unbearable.
I was gonna try, but I guess this bit was actually used by an actual comedian, Maury Amsterdam, and this was his little thing. And,
I bet he did that in the Catskills or whatever.
On the Poconos.
Poconos, there we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, he was known as the human joke machine.
Of course he was.
Sounds
Good old Maury.
Maury. Are you gonna catch Maury in the gold room?
I don't know, do they have the shrimp cocktails tonight?
Right. So we're at the dance.
Na, 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 na.
I always like. I mean, of the early seasons, I like the at the dance. I like it. I like the chandelier. I like the one-liners are dumb.
It's just a parade of visual dad jokes.
Oh, and notable for this, Janice is wearing a brown wig.
Oh, and this Piggy has a weird voice in this one.
It's still it's the combination where they're just trying to figure out who's doing Miss Piggy. That's another frackle dancing here, a green frackle. It's more kind of oh jeez.
Yeah, they
Mildred is she's stuck in the chandelier. Yeah, I like the dance. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, she got really stuck in it.
All right, we got a Muppet News flash. Bofo, the human cannonball, the daredevil who fired himself into a crowd of holiday shoppers. No one was hurt, except for Bofo. His wife must pick up the pieces and move on. So, in this episode, there's actually 2 news segments. How often does that happen?
I don't think ever. But do they have... Is that one where they have the guest star in the little frame or no?
Oh, maybe.
Because that doesn't start for a little bit.
Right. Here we go.
Yeah.
They're hitting us.
Kermit's got his
big
like...
guns here.
Yeah, this is it. So this is his big number.
You have anything to say about the song overall?
Oh, it's so good.
Well, what's the song?
It's the Welcome to the Cabaret from Cabaret.
Welcome. I can't. I
No,
don't speak
Willkommen.
German. Willkommen.
And they all start jumping in, and I love, like, at first he seems a little bit annoyed that they're, like, stepping on his lines, and then he starts to really interact with them, and I think having a Frackle and Dr. Teeth, and I can't remember who the other one is, a nice group of creepy weirdos singing the song with him, I think really makes sense.
Right.
Oh, there's the, still rocking the red wig.
Is that the Jim?
I think that's the Jim puppet.
Jim Muppet?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I love his vest. You don't really see the Jim
Muppet. I don't know why I
kind
said
of,
puppet.
That's fine. So that was great, honestly. Nice Jim sighting there.
And I think it's important to note that Joel Grey is from Ohio, so
Right.
he does the accent
He's no kind of German.
so good,
Yeah.
so well. But
Now I'm just focused in on this Jim Muppet for
I didn't
some
notice
reason.
that before. He just wanted to be in it.
Yep. And we got Wayne and Wanda back there.
Yeah, I think there's just those times where they really find their guests that know how to interact with the Muppets and can act. They're not just like dancers or singers, but they really they know how to interact with what's around them.
Right.
And Joel Grey is one of those knocks it out of the park for me.
So Hilda, we've got a backstage scene here where Hilda has lost her glasses, and Fozzie's trying some of his jokes on her. It goes about as well as you'd expect. Hilda is not into it. Nothing stops the old Fozzie Bear. So the talk spot, Kermit basically has really done a number on Joel here about his he's done his research basically. He this is normally when the guest kind of gets to
Jennifer.
gets to say something about his life, and Kermit has already kind of fully done the research. Oh, and he mentions Jennifer. That's great. Yeah, he's pretty accurate. He's got a turtle too. And then he dunks on him Kermit dunks on Joel for not saying anything when Kermit basically lays it all out. Mm-hmm. Classic.
Not a good interview.
Well, Okay, so here's the skit. Here's the skit that is
questionable.
The questionable skit. It's a Turkish. It's fake. It's a fake Turkish song, basically. Do you want to try to pronounce that? Palakalak. Here, I can't even pronounce it.
Pakalaf. Oh my God, you have to.
I can sing it, but
Pakalafaka. Pakalafaka. You have to actually sing it.
Okay, so I'll let you handle that. But I mean, it's. Jeez, and I don't know if
what is it supposed to mean?
You're gonna see. That's what I was just gonna say. I don't know if you should be in trouble for just singing.
I don't know. It sounds romantic and perky. Apparently,
it does. So that's
song.
that's the joke. I mean, hey, so it's a gentleman crooner singing for his
maiden.
Veiled maiden. There's a plant attacking the veiled maiden.
Even
so how do you feel about
so
the
they're
punch?
actually saying
what do you feel about the punchline where it's basically is it a bearded lady or is it
it's a mustached lady?
A mustached lady, or is it what?
I don't. Yeah, it's just supposed to be this additional surprise on top of this. He's talking about this pakalafaka, meaning in Turkey, meaning all of these romantic things compared to romantic things in other languages.
Oh my gosh.
And then the big reveal when she takes off her
there's
veil.
The veil. Oh my God. It's a horrible mustache too. And
it's a little twisted mustache and giant teeth.
It's the fucking teeth.
Muppets don't normally have teeth. And so when they have
is.
Giant teeth, it's very weird. And that's actually the weirdest part of it for me is the giant teeth.
Yeah. So, I mean,
but it is
problematic.
Culturally inappropriate on several levels.
No, I get that. I absolutely get it. And it's just...
And I like that immediately is followed by...
oh, God damn.
By Sam the Eagle talking about, American values.
Yeah, and speaking of American values, he brings up Wayne and Wanda to perform Stormy Weather. And luckily it doesn't last long because it's a complete rain out.
Stormy weather.
So we got a little side stage action. I guess this is... Yeah, that's the side stage where Kermit looks on. Hilda, Piggy, George gather with Kermit to put an end to Fozzie's jokes on any subject to an end at last.
Wait, is this... Okay, sorry. We're watching this without sound, and there's
it's
two different Piggy voices in this, and I can't remember.
Right, this is the not Frank Oz.
Okay, so this is the weird Piggy voice, and in the ballroom, it's the actual Piggy voice as we know it. Right. So I got it backwards.
I think it's generally when she sings.
She was hitting on her gentleman, so she was using her lady voice.
Oh God. Okay, so basically the gimmick here is they want him to be silent, and Fozzie's just telling jokes about silence.
Yep.
We have a little skit here with Gonzo and Joel.
I feel like Gonzo and Joel are a good pair.
Yeah. They both have frumpy jackets on right now, that's for sure. So
Gonzo's wearing Kermit's hitting on the ladies tuxedo.
No, Gonzo's standard, unless he's performing like a straight up daredevil where he needs like a unitard. That's his standard.
So maybe
garb.
Kermit was borrowing his tuxedo for the beginning of the show?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But that little side... I'm sorry to shut it down like that. But that little
That's
side
fair.
bit, basically, Gonzo was taking things way too literally, and Joel just tries to, clean that up a little bit. And then Gonzo's hat talks to him, which is kind of weird. We got Fozzie Bear coming in with a comedy act.
Still doing this jokes on request.
And then Statler and Waldorf just try to stump him here with Amoeba. And you know what? The bear gets it. He makes a Amoeba joke. They give him a little love for it. He deserves it. Oh, they just call him a fake. So this is the UK spot. And it's basically a Sherlock Holmes skit here.
With the fox dog sidekick for Rolf.
That's funny you mentioned that. That's Baskerville the Hound. Baskerville's an old Muppet. He was created in 1962. He's basically has been Ralph's sidekick. Rolf's sidekick. He was created for the Purina dog chow commercials. And his name actually comes from the Sherlock Holmes novel.
And this giant purple guy is the butler? Weird butler.
I'm not sure if that's Grogan Heap. Who is the... see the guy? He's eating the clues, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Grogan
He's the
Heap.
butler that committed the murder.
Yeah,
And so he just eats everything instead.
Right. Baskerville made a single appearance in the first season of Sesame Street, but further appearances were only on The Muppet Show, in films, and like specials and stuff like that. So basically the punchline to this is without any clues, no crime has been committed. So it's pretty cut and dry as far as Muppet justice.
Yep. And everyone gets eaten.
He's literally Grogan's eating people, eating Muppets at this point.
No evidence, no killer, no murder. Yeah.
So
no
here's
Muppet Newsflash.
Yep, the second Muppet Newsflash. This one reports that New York is being held hostage.
Oh, the greatest of all Gonzos.
So, yeah, we got a Gonzo skit here where Gonzo is smashing a car to the tune of the Anvil chorus. And you know what? I think I'm gonna drop this in because it's a beautiful car and a beautiful song.
Tonight, dear patrons of the arts, I will, with this sledgehammer, demolish this vintage automobile to the music of the Anvil chorus. After which, I will eat the crankcase a cappella. Yogos Rubes, what do you know about great art? Oh, that does it. I'm giving up performing.
So, the audience can't stand this act. He calls them rubes, yokels, which are great terms. And we have Joel coming in to kind of rescue Gonzo here. Which also leads into another musical, Razzle Dazzle.
Oh, yeah, because he just doesn't think the act had everything, so.
He says it needs some pizzazz. So Razzle Dazzle is a song featured in Chicago, which came out in 1975. And we came out in 1975, actually.
Truth? Oh, and there's back in that great
Yeah, he's got a sequence
outfit.
Absolutely. Let's see, we saw this from the opening
Montage.
Yeah, I'm glad they kind of dropped that montage at the beginning.
Yeah, having them just interact directly with the Muppets in that little quick, guest star.
That's way better.
I don't think we really see it aside from this episode.
Yeah, this is the only one. Yep. Jerry Orbach performed this song originally.
Huh.
Wow.
When? Do you know?
In the Broadway run, so in 75.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I would have actually expected this to be older.
And they got that nice circle wipe in the middle. We got Joel in the middle here. He's doing some nice choreography.
He's good. He's it's very much the Cowardly Lion type of song and dance where he's clumsy in acting it out.
God.
I guess all of that.
Look at all that
Wizard of Oz type
lens
stuff.
flare.
There's a lot of lens flare.
Holy Abrams. Wow. I like those, what are those lights called? Those round, like, they're not
Marquee
stage,
lights?
yeah, marquee lights. Love it.
Yeah, they really just did the whole like this dude is Broadway. Let's
Broadway. They
bring the
really
Broadway.
leaned into the Broadway on this one. You know what? I don't mind. I'm not a huge Broadway fan, but I mean, as I get older, I appreciate it more for sure.
Some of it's great, and some of it is cats.
Ooh, wow. Again with the hot takes.
Hot take.
So they're pretty much every camera trick they had at their every camera trick and wipe. A lot of wipes, I guess. In this segment. It's fine. But, you know, he did his job and Gonzo is reinvigorated. So we got the closing here. At the closing, Kermit says Joel's always welcome back. Welcome back on the Muppet Show anytime he wants. I guess this is the first episode that features the Muppets coming out at the closing as well as the guest star.
Oh yeah, the mobbing.
Yeah, the mobbing / mauling of the guest. Oh man, what a great episode, right? Who do we have up next?
Ruth Buzzy.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Jeez, I think this is going to be a shining star in the some of these earlier
Absolutely agree. I really love Joel
episodes
Grey.
here. So that was great.
Hats off, Joel Grey.
Absolutely. So thank you for joining us. For more It's the Muppet Show podcast, find us now on all major podcast providers: Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. You can watch clips or listen to full episodes on YouTube at It's the Muppet Show podcast, and check in with the ever-evolving website at itsthemuppetshow.com. And yeah, next episode with Ruth Buzzy. Looking forward to that one.
Me too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Catch you next time.